before.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Mildly Appropriate Podcast. We're not doing episodes anymore because Sam told me not to because I always forget. I'm a dumbass motherfucker.
But
It's just easier.
for our sequential listeners, it is episode 17.
Yeah, it rolls off the
episode
tongue a little
17.
easier.
Right.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's up? We're back. We're being consistent, everyone. We're finally consistent. We have new microphones, so we got to be in here more often.
Right.
Me and Sam filmed our first episode of High Beams and Open Robes, which will be out in the next day or two.
Yeah,
Probably
a couple
today.
days. It'll
Well,
probably
today's filming. But
Yeah. We have to finish up post production, then it'll all be
Yes.
good. So it'll either be finished being done tonight and then go up tomorrow being Sunday, or it'll go up tonight later.
Ooh, really quick.
What's
yes.
up?
Today, we spring forward, boys.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Oh, the hours.
Yep.
Tonight.
Clocks.
Sweet.
Clocks and shit.
Well, thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah.
As I remind the viewers to check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher,
Ah.
Apple Podcasts,
I like that.
Google Podcasts, and now Himalaya, as well as
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
Hey, guys, like, comment, subscribe.
The whole nine.
If you have any questions for us, any constructive criticism for the podcast, please let us know. All right,
Right.
we're
Why'd
gonna
you
get
say
right
that?
into it, everyone.
Well, you know, hold on, wait. Speaking of constructive criticism, all right.
Well, I had something
Big
too.
drama happened, which is that we got our first dislike.
Oh,
True.
fuck.
Well, now, all
Whoever
right,
you
that's
are.
fine. That's okay. Hey, look, you don't have to like everything. That's fine. However, being as though we are a baby podcast, comment as to why you didn't like it would have been nice.
I agree
Stranger.
with that. Yep.
You
Whoever
can't
you
just
are.
dislike something and have the
Right.
content creator assume you know what they're talking
Right.
about.
But I did want to get into some information just because one of the other constructive criticism I had for the podcast is I feel like we take a little time on our intro before we even get into anything.
Yeah.
You
we
wanna
kind of
just
just sit
start-
around. Yeah, I just want to get in some
Just
topics.
when you want to jump right in.
Well, yeah, because
Okay.
then I feel like when people are listening for certain things, we jump right into it. Now I'm
Right.
making it longer because I'm a fucking idiot.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So coronavirus, obviously a lot's been going on with that. I'm
Pretty
sure
wild.
everyone's sick of hearing about it and not shaking hands.
We touch weenuses around here. you
Yeah,
know?
we touch
Right.
weenuses and we kick feet.
Right.
I got my first interaction where I was at work and someone actually approached me with the elbow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Nothing. They just gave me an elbow and I'm like, okay.
Like as if they knew they were expecting you to know what to do.
Yeah,
It's kind of strange.
I know. Well, I think apparently that people aren't comfortable shaking hands right now, but if the one person puts out the hand, declining the handshake is like awkward or even suggesting something else.
Right.
So you're almost forced to do that handshake. So as a person, I would say don't even offer the handshake. Just, either just
gonna
say hi
bow now?
or
What do you mean,
no,
bow?
just say hi or maybe.
How do you
go
feel
for
about fist
a
bump?
fist bump? Yeah, or go for a fist bump.
I mean,
It's hard to
what's the
transfer.
difference?
It's hard to transfer
Well,
germs.
You have
from a
shit in
fist
your
bump.
palm, you have shit in your knuckles. You
Right,
know what
but
I mean?
like
A
fingertips.
quick knuckle hit, a grasping of the hand. That's like any germs they touch their mouth or something. More likely it'll be on the hand than the knuckle.
The tips,
So you're being
you know?
crazy,
I-
right?
I'd be
Right.
offended either way. If I offered a handshake and I was denied, because what he's saying, what you think I'm the kind of person that would have?
That's what I'm
coronavirus?
saying though. If you
Maybe-
don't offer the handshake though, then it never
Right.
happens that awkward situation. So don't offer
Right,
the handshake.
right.
If
It's-
they do, then just take it. But
It's happened where I knew that the other person was sick and they acknowledged that they were sick and that's why they were giving the fist bump. I'm like, I respect that.
Right.
You know?
I saw my first mask today too. Someone
Mask?
wearing-
Oh, face
wearing a
mask?
Mask
yeah.
wear.
The funny thing I was trying to explain upstairs that my mom did.
Oh, let's hear it.
So she got a package in from China of like some equipment, whatever, and she said she sprayed the entire box with Lysol.
She should have washed it down, you know?
I'm like, Mom, that's not gonna do shit. The virus can't transfer all the way from China. There's no way.
Yeah, well,
I don't see why not.
You think so?
Apparently, I've heard that it
All
has.
right, well,
it
my
has
apologies. I love you.
Apparently, it has like service life of 9 days.
Holy shit.
That's
Wow.
unconfirmed as far as I can find, but I have heard it. So that's pretty wild. If it could go all the way overseas, it doesn't take that long to come over. You know what I mean?
So, all right, here's my thing about coronavirus.
Yeah. What's your?
Here's my
input?
hot take about the whole thing. I think there's a lot of media hype about this thing.
For sure.
Now, I'm going to say this. I'll say this. A lot of places are getting hit hard with, like, not even, like, the virus necessarily, but just, like, how it's impacting, like,
Right.
all this shit. But it just doesn't seem like when you look at the symptoms and, like, the death rate of, like, there's a range of people that are dying from this thing that's very, like it's like an old
Specific.
It's like I think it targets old people in terms of death.
Very
Yeah,
young.
everybody can get
kid,
it.
like kids
Yeah.
A
with
lot, a lot of
asthma.
like all of us here, we probably could fight it off. It would
Correct.
probably be just like a flu for us.
Yeah,
but-
for sure. As you guys could tell, one other thing. Danny's one with the trees.
Yeah.
Yes.
as
He's
you can
amongst
see.
Look, I think it
bush.
looks nice, and spruces up the place a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, and it hides Shaq's penis.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of bushes?
I like Bush.
Whoa, like the president?
I like bush.
Oh, just a bush in general.
Bushes, yeah, man.
All right, I get you.
No, yeah, I mean, they look nice. They're fake, too, so you don't have to do anything with them.
No
I get to tell
watering.
them, we're
Fake-
not-
fake-
Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
All right, fake plants are better than real plants in the house.
That's facts.
I mean, looks wise,
1,000%
sure,
true.
maybe.
No, not even for looks, just for not. You don't have to take care of it. You have to dust it off every once in a while.
I suppose. But what about your air? You're not getting that cleanliness from the actual plants, you know?
I live in Philly. I wasn't getting clean air anyway.
All right.
That's true.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Troy, do you have a hot take on coronavirus?
So I just want to look at the total the confirmed cases.
You wanna pull it up?
Yeah, look on the screen there. New little image we got. So 101,927 confirmed cases and 3,735 new cases, and that's in the last 24 hours, I believe. So it's spreading quick. And China has said they have 80,000 confirmed cases, which, you know, is like a lot of the majority of the cases. And somehow they only have 102 new ones, but I don't really believe that.
Right.
It seems like China has been lying about a lot of the issues for the last 2 weeks, I'd say, because I've seen images and videos of, you know, wastelands pretty much in China.
It's a
No
ghost
one's-
town. It's
no one's going
actually a
outside
ghost
in
town
certain
over there.
areas, especially in Wanhu or what's the
Wuhan?
place? Wuhan,
Wuhan.
Where it
sorry.
originated?
So I think it's. I don't know. We're nervous about it because I'm not really someone to get all up in arms about shit.
Right.
Just because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. There's no way I can stop it without living my everyday life in a normal fashion.
Yeah.
I don't want to change my lifestyle unless everyone has to. Works are closed and we have to stay home. Then I'm staying the fuck home and I'm ordering food or something. I'll go to the market, clear that place out, and stay home. But besides that, if everyone has to go to work and do their normal tasks, then I'm gonna keep doing it and not worry.
Right. Yeah,
So-
I'm totally on the page of I don't think I'm going to contract it. I think even if I was going to contract it, I'd be fine at the
Right.
end of the day. I don't think I'm part of I think they said close to 10% of cases that require ICU attention, which is intensive care unit.
For me, it's more not getting my family sick because of health issues that have happened in the family.
Right.
That's my concern.
Right.
But besides that, I'm not trying. And my cruise. That's a little selfish of me, but I want to go on my cruise in May. First time.
Do you think you'll end up going on that? First of all, let me ask, do you think the cruise will cancel the cruise itself? And second, would you still go on it come May, or I think you're leaving in April, if coronavirus is still prevalent, if people are still talking about it, if there's still a fear going around?
For me, I think it's ultimately family and my parents.
It's
They'll
not. I
probably
know it's not
decide.
your call, but
Yeah,
if you
it
had
was
to make the
just
call,
me solo going, I'd probably go.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I want to go on a cruise so badly.
right.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No.
Oh.
So
good
I mean,
times.
obviously there's the one that's quarantined, something Princess, I forget the name of it, but they're all right off the coast of California right now. You know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there's a whole ship that's been quarantined. They've been there for a week.
They're just hanging out.
Oh yeah, no, it's not even just hanging out. They're locked in their rooms.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
there's
That's still
20,
going on?
20 confirmed cases there
On the
Holy
cruise.
shit.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, there's you can look it up. That's one of the big things going on with it. It's all over the news. That was what was on the screen of the car when I had those people in there, and they're
Gotcha.
like coronavirus.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I'm trying not to get all up in arms around it. And just,
Yeah, I'm trying not to panic.
shit.
I think the impact is way more global. I don't think it's going to be a super domestic issue for us.
Yeah.
It's not going to show up where I work at a school. I think if anything, they'll close school
They'll
for
close school.
for
They
a
closed-
week. You know,
they
a week or
closed,
two.
Central Bucks the other day.
Yep, they had 5 schools. Italy has closed all schools
Yep.
until March 16th or something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. That's how you can kind of get a gist that people don't know how to handle this
Well,
yet.
what's crazy is I had a guy at my work who's supposed to be leaving for Italy today, and he had to cancel his flight yesterday.
Right.
Mhm.
But the flights aren't canceling. It's the
people.
It's crazy that the people have to be canceling these flights because these airline companies don't want to lose money. But the thing is, if he flew there, he would not have been able to fly back.
Right.
So he'd been
Right.
stuck there
He
anyway
was
for
stuck in
God
Italy.
knows how long, lose his job.
Yeah.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
It's a mess.
So it's fucked.
Also, New York claimed state of emergency, I think, today.
That's just for
Whoa,
emergency
really?
funding. That's
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So when you
Right.
start a state of emergency, whatever, you have a better opportunity to get funding, more employees. You just can do everything faster. So
Yeah.
that's why they did that.
I know testing is the big thing that
Yes.
is slow. Is
There's
testing for it.
apparently been a huge flaw in the test kits that they were giving out where they just weren't accurately reading if they were positive or negative.
Congress
Great.
just passed something. $8 billion they just passed for testing.
Really?
Yeah,
Today?
emergency
Well, I
funding.
guess
No,
yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday emergency funding, $8 billion. So
I hope
that
it
should help.
helps.
Mhm.
It's just I'm more, like I said, I'm more worried about like the global impact. The fear itself is clearly more powerful or more deadly than
Right.
the actual disease
What happened to the
itself.
stock
Yeah.
market, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, but in other news, let's get away from that shit. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone's hearing about it so
Everybody's
much.
hearing about
we
it.
should
Yeah.
make it worse.
And
Yeah.
who are we to? I mean, what are we?
Yeah.
Fucking doctors?
Live your life.
That's what I say too.
Hey, so
Danny's words of wisdom.
Right.
before we leave, I have a question for you guys. If you were to have the coronavirus and Lyme's disease, are you just having a good time?
Didn't you text us that or
Love
something?
you, Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan. Oh, he put that on
Ryan shot it out on a tweet.
Oh, cool. I didn't know he actually started the Twitter.
Yep.
So he does want to do
Is
it.
that, is
He's
that
our
an
new-
original joke?
He's our new Twitter manager. Yeah,
Wow.
That's good.
from
isn't it?
Ryan, not me.
Yeah, that's
from
fucking
Ryan.
good. Shout out,
He
Ryan.
gave us that
good.
joke for free?
He's good.
Holy shit.
He is
Unpaid.
good.
Oh, we got a good one.
I know.
All right,
I'm
so
excited.
what do you want to transition into?
I wanted to say something about the Bloomberg stuff. But we don't really talk politics on this podcast.
Not at all,
This
but
isn't really a political.
it won't be
discussion.
politically charged. Go
Yes.
for it.
Right.
This isn't a political discussion, but there was something on the news about how if Bloomberg had put his money towards like every person in the United States, that the amount of money he spent would give everyone $1.2 million. And the news was confirming this, saying this on live television.
Yep.
Mhm.
I had friends telling me this. I actually have a text message from my friend. Clearly shows the intelligence of him. But he spent $650 million, apparently.
Mhm.
Let's just say that's the number.
Sure.
There are 350 million people in the United States, and they're saying you can give $1 million to each person.
Uh-huh.
You talk billions. It's really they're saying he has $357 billion,
Yes, no.
which is not correct. Obviously, I think the tweet that all of these people are getting it from is
Even then, you wouldn't
clearly
get $1 million each. Like,
it's clearly
yeah.
ironic. It's clearly a joke. He's like, yeah, $327 million. That's $1 million for every American. What's wrong with this campaign? Like,
Right.
most of the people in the comments are like, ah ha ha, this is clearly a joke.
And the news just
And then you
took
have
it.
MSNBC picking it up and going,
I saw
don't
that.
go ahead and check the math on us, but he has enough to give $1 million to everyone.
It's
and
a
the
dollar.
lady,
It's like a dollar, and fucking what? I forget. There's like 300 and something people, so it's like $1.50 or something.
if that.
Yeah.
I mean, the lady next to him, she's like, yeah, it's true. It's like you don't need a math degree to just
Right.
carry
That's
zeros
bad.
over.
That's bad. And
It's really
There's a
bad.
whole production team. There's like people with them on live television. Like, how do they not? How does no one pick?
I
this
know.
up?
Nobody picked it up.
I know. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's just stupid.
Right. I was gonna,
Everybody's stupid.
you have a IQ that everyone is supposedly like, they have. It represents. It's supposed to be that 100 marks the average. So half of the people are below that, as well as the half that are above that.
Right.
There's a lot of really stupid people out there.
Right.
That's bad, dude. Like, I'm not smart, and that's fucking.
Also,
stupid.
like, what I was thinking more than even the math is like the logistics. Like, how do you even distribute $1 million to every American?
Right.
Like, you'd have to keep track of everybody because you don't want to give some schmuck $2 million. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he
Well,
crosses
yeah.
state lines.
The logistics
Like
don't
the
add
way
up.
I
Those just don't
imagine
match
it's
up,
like you
yeah.
start a campaign, you start from California to New York, you hit every state. Somehow you'd have to get a list of everybody that lives in that state.
That's
They'd
the
have to show
first-
up to get
this
their
is-
$1 million check.
This is the first thing you think of?
Yeah, I was like, how the fuck would you even get this money out to people?
this is like that. From
And
last
furthermore,
podcast.
wouldn't that completely fuck up like the economy and also like
Yes.
So like okay, so do prisoners get the money too? Like
What about
how
the
are we getting
illegals?
this money out?
Do the illegals get it?
Illegals get the money?
Hey, every person
Right.
in
Our
America
first-
should
our
be getting
first
a
Now
podcast.
if I was like, okay, they're gonna give out 100, like I'm getting $1 million,
right?
I'd go to 2 states to get my 2 million. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yo,
You
Sam,
follow the campaign throughout the country, you get your $1 million every time.
Right.
Our first podcast clip is gonna be Danny on a rant about people getting money, how it's distributed.
But, just goes to show, don't trust everything you see on TV. I can't advocate any type of one stream media where like you only watch one channel or even you only watch 2 channels. Like just get a diverse amount of information. You can't just only learn
Yeah.
from one thing.
That's something that's a good question.
Question things yourself. When
Yo.
something doesn't add up, be like, why doesn't that add up? And just be like, yeah, it doesn't add up.
Right.
Look.
I have 2 questions for you
Just don't
guys.
be dumb.
Sure.
How much television do you watch in a week, and how much social media and like media do you consume in a week? Like split them up. So TV versus total media.
Like okay, so
I'm
social
trying to get
media
an
or
idea
like
of- I'm trying to
video
get-
games and all that kind of media. Like what do
No,
you
just
mean?
any kind of like news media.
Oh,
So I'm trying to see how
sure.
much you actually watch television.
I
and how
don't watch
much-
any television.
Exactly. So that's my point.
And
Like,
I pretty much get everything. I'll get my initial news from Reddit, which obviously is like not a good source. I'm not saying that, but like the point is like I just rather go dark. Like I don't really need to keep up with the news
Okay.
anymore. I'm done with CNN. I'm done with Fox. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just a revolving door of fucking.
I'm on that side of I won't listen to mainstream media just because I don't feel like having them push whatever dumb shit they have to say down my throat.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hear what they have to say if they can put it in a way that doesn't clearly take bias or
Right.
just presents the information in an accurate way.
You're never gonna find
I'll
that.
say-
anywhere.
Right. So
It's
I
impossible.
never watch TV.
Right.
Yeah.
The only time I do is for sports.
Mm-hmm.
The media I do consume is Twitter, Reddit, Reuters.
Reuters, what the fuck is that?
It's like a news. It's just a news outlet.
Okay.
I really like BBC, although they've had some questionable things. I
Even
read
NPR's had questionable things.
right,
Wow,
but
lately.
here's the catch: is like you can read Fox News articles, you can read MSNBC articles, whatever you want. Just like question the information, question the validity of what they're saying, check their sources. If they're just telling you and they're like, yeah, so we came to this conclusion. It's like, okay, how? Why? What made you present this information this way? You just dig into things. Don't just like let everyone spoon feed you information, or else you're not going to get the right info.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like if TV's on somewhere or someone else listening to TV, I'll like hang around if it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have, like, I don't know, just any situation where our TV's around, but I don't take like substance from the stories. Like I'll just take the story at face value. So like, say, 100 more coronavirus cases confirmed or something.
Right.
I'll just take that and that's it, and not listen to any of the substance from it, because then from mainstream television. Everything else, I'll look into it further on like online.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just hear the story so that I have an idea of what it is, then kind of look into it if I'm curious.
Right.
But I don't look into substance of any television stations. It's not worth it
No, it's not worth
at this
it.
point.
Also, you got to be careful like titles. Like if you just read the title, like a lot of times it can be kind of skewed.
Yeah, then I'm just like,
I mean,
this is
typically,
bullshit.
like on it, like you just have to look for like if it sways in one way or another, even if you feel like the way it's swaying is the right way. Don't take it for.
Well, that's my
face
point.
value.
So
Like,
if I see a title that has an opinion in it,
Yeah,
then
right.
that's I won't even read the
Yeah.
article. I'll just or listen to it. I'll just
Exactly.
go online and see a bunch of them, like top 10 media sources are covering it.
Right.
You'll know something's true. Like, for example, rest in peace, the Kobe Bryant situation. It's like I saw it once on TMZ, and I didn't even look at TMZ again. I just started looking all over Twitter. I started looking at like most recent posts for like news stations and
Yeah.
everything, and it all started slowly coming in. So I'm like, okay, this has some substance to it. It's not just one source saying some bullshit.
Right.
So that's my best way of kind of figuring it out. I think.
I really appreciate unfiltered news and opinions, which is why I normally check Twitter and Reddit.
yeah,
It's an open free forum, and obviously certain subreddits have moderation that goes in.
yeah,
But I would argue a majority of ones that talk about news and topics like that are very well moderated. But even then, I still don't go off of like one source. For example, I had a coworker tell me the other day that our county had closed all of the schools. Like, he read the article and goes, "Oh my God, all of the schools are closed there."
Sam's like, I have work.
And I was
work
like,
at a school.
What do you mean they're all closed? And he was like, sorry, I just misread it. It says 5 schools are closed over there. I was like, dude, there's a big difference between all schools and 5 schools.
right.
He obviously just read the title and was, and read,
for
this
sure.
county closes schools. And he's like, oh, they closed all the schools.
So, viewers, what media sources do you most rely on, and what do you recommend to us? Because we're always looking for.
I think a lot of
News
people
media.
use Twitter.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of
Yeah,
people use it
I
as
don't-
their news, which, like I said, that's where I use to get like firsthand opinions on things. But you have to realize that these are opinions.
Ryan's gonna take over Twitter, dude.
You can find good Twitter users they have their credibility, they have all of their validation, and I'm sure you can take good tweets from them. But you have to check when people are just like spouting nonsense.
Oh, you can see like if you go to certain people's comments,
Yeah,
how much
they're
AIDS
wild.
are in them. Like even famous people, you'll see a bunch of blue checks underneath, and they're just saying the dumbest shit.
Yeah, it's
Wild.
You can't fix stupid. Sorry guys.
right.
That's kind of taking over the media though. Like that coronavirus
Stupid?
stuff. There's nothing
Oh.
else like really going on that I've heard about.
Right.
Have you guys had any kind of updates, information about anything? I feel like it's all
Related
that
to
shit.
coronavirus?
No, about anything else that's not coronavirus. I feel like that's taking over.
I guess the Democratic race.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
A lot of people dropped out. And
Yeah, only
blah,
2
blah,
left.
blah,
We
but
don't really get political, but
I look
it's
at a lot of stuff
interesting.
that involves oil.
Oh yeah,
so that's kind
Sam
of-
gets really
I-
concerned
I
about
know,
oil. So
yeah.
It's not like
I don't even
oil.
want to rant.
Yeah, I don't want to
He's
go
gonna-
into
he's
it.
gonna go
I don't want to go into it.
economics.
Yeah, it's not
He's
worth
very
it.
upset about
Let's
it.
not go into it. I don't want to.
We just saw Sam's new car.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
Cadillac.
man.
Yeah, that thing's
2003 Cadillac Seville. It rides really nicely. I mean, it's obviously an older car, and compared to my my Ford Focus, some of the bumps I go over, you don't even feel them. It's just a very comfy ride.
Self-suspension.
Yeah.
Right.
And he has something on the front plate if he wants to go into that. If anyone approaches him.
Oh yeah, so
him.
it's my grandfather's car. So it has a Marine logo on the front and a Marine like Semper Fi license plate on the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been curious if anyone's ever going to question me for like stolen valor and be like, stolen valor. What's your MOS and your company name and all that. And then I can just hit him with the sob story of like, yeah, well, it's my dead grandfather. I knew he wanted me to keep it in like memory of him. They'll be like,
can you imagine being one of those fucking people who go to like stores like dressed in their full outfit
to get a discount, military discount?
That's fucked up.
If they only knew that if you just have a military card, it's the same thing, right?
Well, that the people at the store should know that, but
the people impersonating
but I feel
them,
like people that are right. The
remember,
impersonators are the ones that are dressing up like a bunch of fucking assholes.
Right. You got to
They
remember.
don't have the card.
You also have to know, people are stupid.
Right.
You know,
They're
trying
just
to
living
do
in a big
things.
dumb world.
Right.
That's why, like, so what's the point of even getting the news? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like, if it's relevant to you, I think you'll find out eventually somehow through the grapevine.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
why it's like, because I think you panic a little bit too much.
You
You get
panic.
very paranoid.
I get
about
overwhelmed.
a lot
I
of
try.
stuff.
Yeah, right. I try not to actually panic. Like if you haven't noticed, it's been more of just like a mental panic for me. I don't think
Yes.
I've taken any crazy actions.
No, I know, right?
do you think anxiety has anything to do with like your panics or no?
No, my anxiety is related to like social anxiety, not so much like global
anxiety?
right? Like global pandemic anxiety kind of
Okay.
thing.
I had an idea. Actually, I had an idea driving over here. This is a good idea.
Let's hear it.
We should stop worrying about every problem. What we should do is divide the entire population into subsections of people that can worry about one problem. You know what I mean? Save a lot of hair. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
intrigued.
Save
I'm
a lot of
intrigued.
air.
Go on.
So like we got a group that like the big group would be cancer or something, right?
Okay.
They're all worried about the cancer. They don't really find out about the coronavirus or like world hunger or stuff like that.
Right.
You have another group of people worrying about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like
they're not
divide
even-
and conquer.
They're not even informed. They don't even
You know what I mean? Because like here's the thing: like some people don't like dogs, right?
Okay.
So if you're gonna run a bunch of ASPCA ads in front of the people that don't like dogs, you're not gonna get far.
Right.
But if you run like a bunch of like your aunt likes dogs, right?
Targeting ads.
You know what I mean? Targeting donation
Well, they do that.
ads. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that.
I'm just not connecting the dots.
Like what I'm saying is like
I
we
agree.
shouldn't be worried about every problem in the world.
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't think
Like
everyone's
we don't
worried
really
about-
want to.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. I don't think people are worried about every problem in the world.
I think that's a safe like blanket
yes,
You
statement.
choose not to
that's
give
what
a
I'm
shit.
saying. Like, so you might as well not tell me about every problem in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
Because maybe if you weren't bombarding me with information and shit, I would
You'd be
take
able
action.
to focus on one.
I'd take action on a problem that I'm like, oh, hey, I know about. Like,
That's a good point.
You know?
I think a lot of people differ in the sense that they want to know all of the bad things that are going on. Regardless
I
if they
think
have an
people-
impact, they want to know what's going on. That's why people check
it's the
social
information
media.
age.
I think a lot of people get off on that shit, like on bad things
Yeah.
going on in the world. Like they get.
Well, it's easy, like, because like here's the thing, like social media has made it so everybody thinks they have like their
voice.
opinion is going to be like a big deal or something, you know. And at the end of the day, it's really not.
If you
Like
listen,
you're not going to make waves just because you think a certain way.
if you check like viewer ratings for newscaster show, or sorry, just news shows in general, anything that catches your ear or your eye that's really dramatic, they always save for the end. You know what I mean? They always want you to like, or at the end of an ad, they'll be like, catch us tonight for this breaking news story. Whatever
Right.
it is, it's always the bad stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Because all of the good stuff is like, oh, good, I'm glad that happened. But the bad stuff is like, oh my god.
See, you
Oh,
You
yeah.
keep thinking about it
Yeah.
because all you want to do is just be like, oh my god, I hope it doesn't happen to me. I
Right.
hope it doesn't impact this person. It's the same thing with news.
Yeah.
People
How
just
often
want to
is there
know about
positive
all the bad
information
shit.
in the news?
It's almost
Hardly
never.
ever.
Yeah.
Never. That's why local news. Because at least in local news, they'll tell you all the bad shit. At the end of the day, they have like a little fucking puppy bowl section or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Usually it's the morning. The morning is where they have all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make you
Morning
feel
they have
better?
nice Stuff. Yeah, it makes you feel better. It's like, okay, well,
Well, that's
good.
9 people
It's like,
died
yeah,
from
Barbara
murders
made
and
a bunch of
gunshots
like
and bullshit.
little like origami things and donated it or something. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, oh, okay, well, that sounds so bad. Then you can go on about your day. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's similar in the sense of YouTube comments. I've heard a lot of YouTubers who are like, yeah, you can go through hundreds or thousands of nice positive comments, but the second you read that one negative, mean comment, it just kills you.
H3 had a
Right.
big problem with that.
Right.
He was like
It's-
getting depressed after a while from just reading comments. Like, dude, who gives a fuck?
Right.
I mean, we don't read the comments.
Well, we don't
Well,
have any
we don't
comments.
get very
We
many.
don't have any.
Pretty easy to read through 3
Yeah,
comments.
Sam. Great mics, love them.
Yeah, right.
It's just people are so you harp on those bad things because they stand out from the rest.
Right.
You know.
I think I'm pretty good at not caring. Again, I think I'm just too dumb to like give
I
a
don't
shit.
think you're too dumb. I think you just have a different mindset.
Right.
Yeah?
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Do you guys think your mindset is similar?
Not always. I mean, I think if someone, so you should give an example so that I can tell you how I would react to it.
For me, it's mostly like day by day. Like if I hear bad news from a day before, next day is not anything. I'm not thinking hard about that. The only time that I really get stressed out about something is if something kind of overlaps into those days. So say I can't get something done because of something, and it keeps going into day after day after day, and I have to keep thinking about it, then I get like stressed. But if something happened and it's over, doesn't bother me. Like say, for example, I get a parking ticket or something in Philly, and it's a $200 parking ticket, and it's such bullshit. Like that signs were weird, and that whatever. The next day, I don't even think about it. Don't even care.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
So for me, I would say it's similar in the sense where I'm pissed off. It just depends. That time is just like slightly longer than yours, I would guess. I'm normally mad about something in that sense, like a parking ticket. I'd be mad the rest of the day, and then the next morning into like the afternoon, I'd be like, "Damn!" I'd still like think back to yesterday and be like, "I can't believe I got that fucking ticket."
Yeah.
Right.
And then eventually eventually I'm the same way. It just simmers out for me, but.
Or I kind of roast myself. Like I'll be like, I was a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like
Yeah, I let's roast myself as well.
Yeah.
Roasting myself is fun.
I was like, that was stupid.
Yeah.
I don't, for the most part, linger on them so much. I don't know. There are very few things that stay in my mind like all the time about that kind of thing. So
Every once in a while, I get a spike of hating my life. You know what I mean?
I think you were
Like I
just
consistently
going through
don't
that.
like my life, but
Right.
like every once in a while, it's like Jesus Christ, what am I doing here?
It sounds
know what I mean?
Fuck this podcast, bro.
Yeah, fuck this.
sounds like seasonal depression.
Yeah.
It's not real. I mean, I don't know what it
Wait,
is. I don't know.
I'm curious how having like a normal job, like hours wise, will change your mindset a little bit. Like it's been a while since you've had that.
If you
Yeah.
fix your sleep schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
Because here's the thing: like I haven't slept well since I lost my job. Even though I have a job now, like that I got it and everything, I'm still not really like enthused about it because like I don't even like what I do necessarily.
Right.
I was like, you know what, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna have some time off and I can kind of focus on like the things I wanted to do. I was gonna go to a comedy club and everything, and now I have to go to fucking work.
You have 10 days, dude. You have plenty of time.
Yeah, but
I'd say.
yeah, that barely gets my feet wet. You know what I mean?
I guess, but I mean,
like, does that make sense? Like, 'cause, like I wanted to like get that started. Now I know that once I start my job, I'm not gonna do it.
what are your hours like?
Tuesday to Saturday, 8 to 4.
What makes you think that you can't do a lot of stuff after 4 p.m.?
I don't know. I just don't see like I could, but
Like
the
I
thing
can
is, like,
promise
so
you,
I have to get up early enough to like go to work. So like the time, like so, let's say I get home at 5, right?
Right.
So 5 to 11 is like when I could probably do something, but that also depends on like what's going on. That I could, like, if I wanted to do comedy, for example,
Right.
That's all late night shit.
Okay.
I guess it's still possible for me to do it. I guess.
That kind of sucks. You have Sunday, Monday off because Monday is like
I
a
know,
day
Monday
no one's
sucks.
doing anything.
Nobody's
Yeah.
doing anything.
It's
Like,
all everyone's at work. Like,
Right.
That's your collective do shit for Danny day.
yeah, but
why didn't you? Well, I feel like why'd you jump to taking your first job that you got? Like, it seemed like you got a couple.
I mean, okay, so I got the offer letter and everything. I haven't like officially accepted it.
You haven't, or you have?
I haven't,
Okay.
but they gave me the job, so like I could take it if I want to.
Uh-huh.
But it's more like, okay, am I gonna stress over finding a job for like a while, and then try to focus on this? Like, I don't know. I've just been in such a bizarre mood and like mindset recently that like it's hard for me to get my shit together. You know
yeah.
what
I mean, I feel like you have to lay out your options, kind of
yeah,
think about it
right.
a little bit instead of just kind of doing.
I also like to leave.
taking
I need to leave the house too. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
been kind of stuck in my room for a little while and just not wanting to leave. I did go to Center City the other day, but
Oh, what'd
then
you
the
do?
weather got. I was looking for clothes. I was actually looking for like new sweaters and like button down shirts.
Cool. It's always fun. You don't
Yeah.
really go shopping much, do you?
No, I've had the same clothes since middle school.
Oh,
Jesus
really?
Christ.
Pretty much. Well, the same style at least, which is just a polo and khakis.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if my style's changed very much over the years. I
Mine's
mean,
changed plenty.
I
of times.
think right. Yours definitely.
Yeah,
has.
yours has definitely
Yeah.
changed.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I just wear pants more. I used to always wear shorts all the time.
Really.
Shorts or sweatpants. I
Mm.
mean, I was
Athletic
always.
style,
I was gonna
I'd say.
say
Yeah.
I was always coming. From high school. I was just always playing sports. Or I
Mhm.
mean, running track specifically. And then in college, I was playing frisbee or badminton. It's just like always having to like
I've-
start doing something.
Mhm.
This weird thing. I never like what I have. Like, I don't know. Like, once I get into a style, that I like. There's only a few pieces of clothing that I actually like.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just get like 50 times. Like,
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
I wish I liked style. I wish I liked looking nice.
Fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My thing.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
I
No?
think once
No.
I move out and I have my a really steady, I have a steady job, but a really great source of income.
Right.
I'll go and shop for like clothes that I actually will keep and enjoy.
Right.
Right now, I go places, I like something, I see it, then it doesn't fit the same a couple months later, or something, I can't find it to match with anything. I just liked how it looked on my top or torso, whatever.
Right.
And I never get into it really. I found one piece of clothing that is actually my favorite piece of clothing right now, which is cool. But
Nice. I think my style has just changed more towards more adult public style, in the sense where I'm just not wearing sweatpants or shorts all the time. I
Right.
like, nice jeans or khakis and some type of shirt, like
Yeah.
any type of quarter button up I really like, or just long sleeves in general.
Yeah.
And viewers, if you have any places you like to shop,
Also, it sucks. I have Frank as like a very good resource for the
That's-
shit.
yeah.
Yep.
Thing is, here's the thing. And I keep telling him,
That's a high
I'm
standard.
a fat guy. Like, a lot of his options are not available to me. You know what I mean?
how's your health been going?
I've been surprisingly, shockingly, I've actually not gained any weight since I lost my job.
Okay.
I am shocked, to be honest with you.
I was gonna say you don't look
I'm like
you
pretty
gained
much
weight or anything.
where I was, which like right now I'm at like 293 to 5, which is down from 315. So I've actually stayed there, and it's been like 2 weeks since I lost my job,
Yeah, I think so.
and like so I can't believe I haven't gained weight. It's
That's good.
shocking.
Yeah, don't stress eat. It's not a good
No, I
thing.
mean, but I had pizza today and that was it.
I feel like your mindset about
12.
food has changed over the years. Like,
Yeah, it has.
I
Like
used to
I
crave
used to eat
shit,
a
not-
lot
I feel I used to crave
more. I
shit.
think I used to eat more when I was in high school.
Make sure you're close to me.
Yeah, shit. I blew up. I definitely blew up after high school, like between college and all that shit. And then once I moved to Philly, I lost a lot of weight.
I think
Well,
a lot of
25
that
pounds, but
a lot of that sounds like it came from stress.
yeah, most likely.
I think
Not
you're
knowing.
also in this flunk because of sleep.
yes,
Oh, and I haven't
I
slept in,
I'm
like,
always
Days,
coming
man.
back to that.
metabolisms have issues when you're not sleeping right.
Yeah,
Right. And plus, there's hormones in your brain that are produced when you don't sleep well that
Mhm.
actually make you hungrier when you're not hungry and
Right.
less hungry. Like the hormones that cause hunger go up,
Right.
and the ones that cause fullness go down.
right.
So you end up eating more. The studies that I found were like 200 to 300 additional calories per day, which,
Wow.
dude, that shit adds up.
Sorry.
I feel like,
It's
I feel like
okay.
I would have rather did it. I feel like you rather did that in the mic. I would have liked that.
Yeah,
it's true.
well,
Playing it
I
back.
don't want to discuss our
So
viewers
yeah,
too
I
much.
think if you get into a rhythm of good sleep, like
Yeah.
7 to 9 hours, you're gonna see a
I'm
lot
trying,
of
man. I've
improvement.
really tried.
Yeah,
I keep hitting this wall where I wake up like around 7:30,
yeah.
and I can't go back to sleep. So I get up, and then
Okay.
I
Really?
get
That's
really
why-
tired at like
What the fuck?
2 to 3, and that's when I go to sleep.
Okay,
Remember,
I
I've been
think-
going to sleep at weird ass times.
That's my
Right.
favorite time to go back to bed is when I have to get up. Like 7:30, I'm like, oh, I could sleep. I swear.
I've always been like that. Though. Like,
I'm-
once I wake
I'm
up from
weird.
sleep, I can't go back to sleep.
Really?
I used to be like
Dude,
that.
I am so weird. If it is, say I have to be like get out of my bed at 8 o'clock, it is 7:45. I will go to bed. Like I'll go back to bed in a deep sleep for like 10 minutes. Wake up at 7:55. About 5 minutes. Go
Yeah.
back deep sleep till
Yeah, as soon
like
as you have
8.
something to do,
I'll do
it's-
something
yeah.
similar. You should bring up what you used to do in high school because you liked the feeling of having so much time before waking up. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember. I used to set like 5 alarms. Like
He would set these
was
ridiculous
fucking whack.
alarms. He would set them like 2 hours before he
wake
had to
up,
get
be
up.
like, oh, I still have time. And I
Just
go
so
back to
that
sleep,
he
just
could
so I
have
the
that feeling.
satisfaction.
crazy mental fucking.
Isn't that wild?
It's like such a meta state of mind.
I had such a
It's like,
satisfaction.
what
of
the
it.
hell?
I was
Yeah.
like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, dude, I don't have to be up till 6. This is fucking dope. Then
Isn't
I'd
that
like,
weird?
Then I go on my
That is
phone, just
weird.
like chill on my phone, watch a YouTube video, and just go back to bed.
That's what you need to cut. That's what's going to make you go to bed easier.
That's why I have
Right.
brain damage.
Stop going on the devices and the computer. Like dim down some screens. Just like chill out for an hour before bed.
Yeah.
Find anything else to do. Like read a book. I don't know. Look outside. Just literally don't go on screens and shit.
Yeah.
And then try and go to sleep. And I promise you'll just pass out.
So hard these days. Have you? I think we've talked about this before on the podcast. Like kids and iPads these days.
Oh, it's whack.
It's fucking weird, dude. These
It is
kids their
wacky, but
brain,
also, I mean, that's just the ebb and flow of technology. Like,
yeah.
it's not shocking. You know what I mean?
Adaptation, yeah.
It's like back when like fucking records are coming out and rock and roll. You know what I mean? It's like kind of the same
there's
thing.
so
It's
much
like
more
people are like
content. There's so
kind
much
of
more
interacting
content.
with that. Yeah, there's a lot more content, and it's
Yeah.
like a different thing. But it's also just like, okay, well, this is bound to happen regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, like, think about it. Like, one day we're gonna have fucking brains in our chips that we can like watch fucking porn and shit through
Yeah.
our own mind and
Right.
like, you know, what I
Crazy
mean, like
weird
us,
stuff.
like us will be long dead, but we'll be like, whoa, that's fucking crazy, man.
See,
That's a little too far. But for them, it'll be like, oh
If-
yeah, I get my baby's chips in all the time. And my baby has 3 chips. You know what I mean?
I mean, if we're at a point where we're doing the whole chip integration thing, I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to like download our consciousness somewhere, and then we're not really dead.
Yeah.
I feel like if those two are pretty close in terms of like the curve of how fast things are going to go.
Yeah.
But I would agree that it's not surprising that all of the people are addicted to the screens.
Right.
I think it's just fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Like, we're just burning tons and tons of light into all of these
and-
kids.
Oh, yeah.
No,
just
it's also
our
a valuable
society.
time. Like my
Right.
parents used to say to me, and I thought it was all bullshit. They used to be like, "Oh, you kids, like you don't go outside anymore and like do
Right.
shit like we used to do. We still go outside. For us, it felt normal. Oh, I'm going
Mhm.
to ride my bike or something. But
Yep.
they would go out every day and like hang out with friends.
Right.
Like,
It's
and it
so
would be house phone to house phone. They'd have to go out and actually like interact with them. If I want to
Right.
talk to you, I'm not just texting you all day or Snapchatting you.
yeah.
Right.
They would just go interact with the person. It's like I want to see that person. I can't just talk to like I could see him on a video. I could FaceTime someone.
right.
They used to go out a lot more. Now I see that
Yeah.
like in reality.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad that our age was able to have a mix of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Me personally, I was totally the outside every single day, playing with sticks, playing
Yeah.
just literally sharpening sticks
Yep.
with my friends, and we would like stab trees.
Right.
Yep.
Just because we were kids doing
Dumbass
like
motherfuckers.
actually nothing, just burning time.
Right.
And then slowly progressing into that period where like people don't really go outside too much.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's still kids who ride their bikes around and hang out with each other, but I think those are the kids whose parents are like, you can't get a phone until you're in middle school or high school, whatever it is. They give them that line where you have 2 hours of a day to play on the iPad, and that's it. You got to go find some
Yeah.
other things to do
One,
because it's still light out. I want you to go outside and play.
Right.
one thing I'm really paranoid about is having like my kids' friends' parents being those crazy parents who like they're afraid to have their kids go outside because all the shit in the world. Like
That
they
would be wild.
overthink everything.
I mean, oh, like your kids.
Like I'm
friends'
not gonna be
parents,
like that.
right.
There's no chance. Like I'll obviously be cautious, but I'm not gonna. Oh, if you go outside, you could get a splinter. Like if you
Yeah.
go outside, you get a tick.
Right.
Like,
Get the
there's
splinter
parents that are
and-
ridiculous.
Oh,
neighbor,
yeah.
my old neighbor. I used to climb like a rope like on their playground thing they had.
Yeah.
And one time, like the girl tried it, like because I always do it. Mom comes out screaming like, "Fucking! It's a rope from like 3 feet from the ground."
Mhm.
We're like 12. Relax. It's just people are so cautious.
Yeah,
these days.
it's just like, because again, that's like all about having too much information. You know what I'm saying? Like
They heard a
it's-
story about a story.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like, take it easy. That's like the thing. Like, all right, like you'll always hear about a plane crash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's so many more flights. Like if you actually go the percentage of how many flights are on a day versus how many
Insane.
crash. You know what I mean? So like
There's,
now
like, rarely
I know
a
what you
there's
mean.
like a whole fucking blanket of people that everybody gets panicked when they get on a plane. It's like the chances of you getting in a fucking accident are so slim to none.
It's like winning
Right.
the lottery. It's like you're
Right.
not. You're never.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, all right.
little-
What do you want me to say? What, I need like a thing to say
No, I'm just
Wait,
to
what-
acknowledge what you're saying.
I'm agreeing.
Okay,
what?
Sam.
Fuck.
He was on my ass about so if he's talking to me about something, I'll go, yeah, right.
If you ever hear Danny when he's just kind of
But he thinks it's me not listening. I'm listening. I'm this is my affirmation that I'm listening.
there are just times where you'll talk to Danny and you know he's just doing whatever, and he'll be like,
Oh, yeah, well.
you could say anything, and he just goes, right.
Okay, but have I ever been like, and then have you ever challenged me like, okay, so what's your opinion on it? I've been like, what? I don't know. I like
I'd be like,
bananas.
I've word for word said,
bananas.
You know what I mean?
Danny,
Like-
did you hear what I said? And you were like, no, not at all.
Okay, well,
It's not often. I'll give you that.
right.
It's not. There you go. You just did it. So,
I don't know. What do you want from me? Huh?
nothing. I
Nothing,
want
Danny.
your.
You don't need to be happy.
You're saying that you've listened to everything I've said?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
That's not what I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
at
interrupt
all.
These two, they're gonna
Right.
go on all day. So
Yeah, split us up.
I just want to let you know, viewers, we're gonna have our boy R Biddy coming on our next podcast.
Have we decided on? Is that going to be next podcast? I feel
I
like
say the next
I think
one
it's, I think it's two more.
Okay, maybe it might be two more, but I'm gonna try to get one other guest on here who I think will have some good insight on why he's one of those people who's terrified of the world and doesn't want to go outside ever.
Okay.
I think I want to deep dive into his brain and see how he thinks and what his actual opinions are on the world.
Right.
Cool. Sounds like a good guest. Do you want to? Is that a secret or
Ben.
do you want to? Oh, Ben.
Yeah. I
Cool.
feel like there's a lot more to him that we know. You know what I
We
mean?
don't know.
Yes. Sorry.
Right.
I'm stupid.
Mm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, he thinks a very peculiar way.
Yeah, I think he has some weird opinions, but I want to know what they are.
I've picked
So,
up on some of those where he'll just do some weird
I know he was
niche
scared
thing.
of school
It's-
shootings, so he didn't want to go to school.
Right. He only takes online classes.
Actually, he's not right now, but he's scared of school right now.
Right.
Doesn't want to be there, but I'm
Damn.
curious to see how he feels about the virus. But then Ryan will be on, and then we're gonna try to get a
I'm
couple
very
more guests.
excited.
Just start getting some people on, spice it up a little.
Right.
So get the
Mix
podcast
things
going.
up.
Is the podcast over? Like, are we done this episode?
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
close
wow.
this out.
Yeah, we should wrap it
I feel
up.
like we were just getting into the groove of shit.
Were we?
I thought so, but I guess
Well,
I read the room
guess
wrong.
we're on different pages,
Yeah,
pal.
right.
All right, Daniel, sign us out, buddy.
Yeah, Danny, we're still waiting
I
for
feel
our
like we're
animation.
cutting it early, but hey, look,
41 minutes.
you
I don't
know,
know
you-
about that.
is it really 41 minutes
yeah.
already?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow,
Yeah.
I could feel it.
content was
I
so
did too.
good, we just flew by it.
Danny
That's
was
why.
engulfed. He
Right,
was,
I was engulfed in the stories and the things we were talking about,
right.
of which I've forgotten most of it, but it's
Cool.
all right.
So were you listening?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't have any more sign offs. I'm tapped.
All right,
Nah,
guys.
I
Tapped
think
like
you
a
got one
fucking-
more in
like
you.
a dry fucking well, man.
You fucking suck.
No more content. No more.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Everyone.
This
Use
this
that-
gum has run out of flavor. All right. This was the what's that zebra brand flavor gum?
I'm sorry. Did he have something to sign us
Can we
out?
have a clip of just him ranting about himself?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Guys,
Yeah, right.
Right.
hand
right.
sanitizer. Use it.
Wash your hands. Hand
Wash your hands.
sanitizer won't do it.
Yeah, apparently hand sanitizer doesn't do that much.
No,
but-
it doesn't.
All right, well, wash your hands. If hand sanitizer does work for somebody, I hope it does.
Bathe in
Maybe
it.
one person will live from it. Do that. Also, don't sneeze on people. Be considerate. Go outside. Play.
Stay safe. Stay clean. Have a good one.
Bye bye.